she giving delusional. The way she was gaslighting Bella in that conversation, the way she will sit there and be like, look, TJ, my one text I sent, I do. Right. They said I don't check in with them. Yes, I do. I sent them one text. Like, girl, be for real. Be for real.
Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about the season 2 finale, so the last 2 episodes of Love Island Beyond the Villa. Thank God it is over. Okay. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
Kamaria, I am an attorney and a pop culture writer. And before we get into this episode 7 and 8 of Beyond the Villa, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, and then be in the comments, because there was just like a lot. This episode was like, blah, you know, they just vomited all the issues onto us.
I'm like, they could have started the season here and then.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they had to build up to it though. Like, what do you want to start with? Do you want to start with this Grayson and Hannah and all that drama?
Yes. First, let me just say, I wanted to go through that screen and tell Grayson, girl, don't ever cry for somebody who wouldn't cry for you, baby. Dry them tears. They don't give 2 fucks. Okay? Yeah. Dry them tears. When she was crying, I hate because I've experienced it, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm an emotional gal. Mm-hmm. And so if I'm crying and you looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, the tears dry up quick. Okay?
Right. I'm like, oh, I'm not welcome. It's cool. Let me take myself somewhere else.
Yeah, that whole thing, it's interesting. So, like, I think that there's, I fall on the Grayson, Bella, Coco side of this, but there are also things all around that are interesting, because it's like, on one hand, these girls should not care this much. I don't think, personally. Yeah. They shouldn't care this much. And I think it's old wounds. Like, anytime it's wounds. And sometimes, like, pain is introduced into our life to show us exactly what needs to be healed. And I feel like that for Grayson and Bella, you know, it's like, it's painful because there is an unhealed piece there. I think that they need to unpack what that is about, because these girls, we've been seeing it all season, like, why do you even want to be friends with these girls? So that's what they brought to the equation, which is just, it's not a character flaw. It's just life, you know. It's just like, right. But on the Iris and the I'm gonna say Iris and the Pepe, the Iris and the Hannah side, they're just, I don't like them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same.
I don't like them, and I don't think, I think that they are kind of snobby, like cliquey, not genuine girls. Yeah. It's just interesting. I think they're everything that the other ladies have said about them. They are all of that. And Hannah, when she was like, I don't like that you're trying to do this like mean girl narrative or whatever. It's like, Hannah knows she done heard that before. That's what that's why she triggered. It was like, what? Mean Girls? No. I see where this is going. She done heard it before, because it kind of fits, girl. It's something not right about them.
Yeah, no, they have been all of that. And it's something about the fact that they feed off of each other's energy. I think Iris had said, like, oh, we keep it real. And it's like, y'all don't. It's like, you're amped up, so I'm finna get amped up with you, without actually trying to hear. They weren't trying to hear Grayson and the rest of the girls out at all. It felt like a dog pile. And I immediately understood where Grayson was coming from when she felt called out, because you did call her out in front of everybody and say, hey, are you okay? Even if she wasn't okay, it's like, if you felt concerned, you should have pulled her over to the side and asked her if she was okay. But you did it in front of everyone, and then had an issue with how she reacted.
I mean, I did, when she was sitting there looking, I did feel like something was up with Grayson. But at the same time, I felt like maybe it was what Hannah was doing, when Hannah was pretending to be her. And she was like, I'll take your man. And I'm like, bitch, the fuck? Maybe I will.
She was
okay.
Being petty. Everybody else was hee ha ha about everyone else, but nobody laughed at that, because it wasn't funny the way she said it.
It felt like that is maybe like a guilty conscience is what made her ask the question, because she's like, she didn't laugh at my little joke here that was about her or whatever, and so is there an issue? So that's kind of seemed like where it came from to me, but it didn't even matter how it arose, because to me, it felt like it was always simmering, it was always in the air, it was gonna happen, right? And Iris, to me, like, I know that they gave Hannah more of the flack, and I think Hannah deserves the flack she got, right? But Iris is equally as deserves some flack to me because Iris is delusional. That's one of the things I peeped on that girl. She giving delusional. She giving delulu. And the way she was gaslighting Bella in that conversation, the way she talks, and she will sit there and be like, look, TJ, my one text I sent. I do. They said I don't check in with them. Yes, I do. I sent them one text. Like, girl, be for real. Be for real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Be for real.
You know exactly what they're talking about.
Right. When she was talking
and Bella,
about Bella
lives in the city with them. So it's like, y'all are always excluding me. And Bella said that she used to be close to Hannah because Hannah also left the villa early. So it's like, you need to understand there's been a change in your behavior. And your change in behavior is what's making me feel like we're no longer close.
Yeah. And like, when she was having that conversation with Bella, like Iris, I just was kind of like the way I'm so proud of Bella. Like, she could have put a foot in her ass or whatever, but that's not Bella's style. But for what Bella was and where she is in her development, I was like, you held the right tone, girl, for her personality. She protected herself as best as is authentic for her personality. And so,
and I love that she didn't cry and she wasn't super emotional about it afterwards. She was just like, I got the clarity I needed. Yeah. Cool. Like, you don't fuck with me. That's okay, because Bella, she moves with authenticity. Yeah. Now she gonna get in y'all business, but she moves with authenticity. And she has good intentions. Like, she ain't been trying to be dramatic or be messy or nothing like that. Even when she was like, been friends with Pepe. I just want everybody to get along. Like, I'm like, yeah, exactly. But they're not understanding that.
They're not. And they're actually yes girls. You know what I mean? Like, that's the issue, why they don't understand Bella, because they are women, especially like Iris, who's expressed her position on Bella. They're looking for like this fake positivity, like fake, like, I say it's this, and so I'm just gonna back you. You know what I mean? You say he ain't shit. Oh, he ain't shit. Like, do you want perspective or do you not? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had friends who say, like, all right, it's a little bit of both of y'all, or it's it's this, and I can understand that, but it doesn't like you got to have perspective. You got to have different perspectives. Like, if you're not willing to hear your friends express different perspectives, then you're really not trying to grow. You're just trying to be right and like move forward. Even in that conversation, like, I keep going back to it. She was like, I just was trying to see, like, if we could see eye to eye. She's like, yeah, I'm trying to have you see my eye to eye, or something like that. She said, like, basically my version.
Two sides. Yeah. Two sides. Like, two sides. And she was like, huh? Yes, because there's two sides to every story. Like, what? Yeah. When did we not learn? Like, when did we forget that? Like, that's something you teach kindergartners. Like, no offense. Yeah. Like, there's two sides to every story, and then there's the truth. So.
And then I also think that it's just like, it's such a small amount of time. You know what I'm saying? They stretching this shit out, okay? This little villa situation and whatever Pepe did, it's all lightweight shit. Can we get move on? Look, it's lightweight shit. It's burning. It's like a fire, burning every bridge, burning this friendship, everything it touched. It done burned Pepe. Like, it is burning every bridge. All the friendship now done spread to Grayson. Look, just let it go. It's too much. But Iris asked, when she was sitting there like, oh, I expect loyalty. I expect you to be my friend, and da-da-da-da. And Bella checked her ass. Bella was like, you're not a friend back to me. And she was like, why? Because I don't hang out with you, and I don't like call you. And it's like, yeah,
correct.
She said that. I'm like, this girl's delusional. That's girl. That's why I look, she's delusional. She is delusional. I can see it in her. I can see it. She is delusional.
Yeah. I think some people are just so used to getting what they want that they're not necessarily held to a standard, I'm always talking about pretty privilege. Iris might have a little bit of that. Me being from California, Orange County, I could just, she fits the mold. So
yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, when you don't have people around you holding you accountable, and you're used to being able to say, yes, it's this, and this, and everyone just listens. I don't know, of course, like who she is in her friend group, but it seems
Who,
like she might
Iris
be
or
like
Bella?
Iris. Like she might be
Mm,
like the leader. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever she
maybe,
says,
yeah.
like she's Regina George. Not saying she is Regina George, but it's like
Yeah.
what I say goes. And so she might be used to that. I try to remember that these people are so young and they have so much to
Better.
learn. Yeah, ain't they like 20, 22, 23?
I don't think they're that young because I know Chris
No.
27. I don't think they're that young.
Oh,
Um,
maybe they're a little older this season,
but
but
yeah, I don't know.
either way though, either way, like when somebody comes to you and they're like, "This is how you're impacting me, how your behaviors
Yeah.
are making me feel," and your first thing is to say, "Well, you should just understand where I'm coming from." That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Because flipping that on the other side, when she came to Bella and told Bella her issue, Bella apologized. That conversation could have been ended after that damn apology. But she, just like with Pepe, she don't want an apology. She wants you to bury yourself under the mud, and she wants
Yeah,
to boom, 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 stamp you in there. It's like, girl, Bella said, I wasn't trying to get in between you all's relationship, and that wasn't my place, and I'm sorry. And then she kept going. She kept going. She
yeah,
don't want an apology. And so that's why I'm like, this girl, she wants to whip to crack the whip and for you to just be like,
follow
you're
line.
so right. And
Yeah,
everything. And I'm just so horrible and I don't know what to do, and just let you talk to her any kind of way and not have a position back.
yeah,
That whole conversation pissed me off on Bella's
yeah.
behalf.
Hopefully, they don't watch this back and they can see because the internet is internet and all they asses.
Yeah, because
So
I saw somebody say something about, I saw a tally. I don't know how true it was or not because I didn't do the math, but they were like they lost like thousands of
yeah,
followers since Beyond the
mm-hmm.
Villa. Like they tracked it from the beginning, and like Bella gained, not like a ton, but she gained. But Iris, Hannah, Pepe even gained. I think
Yeah,
I'm not
I
sure.
saw Pepe gain a
Yeah,
lot.
Pepe
Yeah, I
gained.
know the
TJ
post you're
lost
talking
too,
about.
which is interesting because out of that side, TJ is more likable
Yeah,
of them all. He seems kind of genuine, but it's like, bruh, these ladies, it's
yeah.
just like slice them out, and that's why I'm like, I don't even understand how these girls desire to be their friends, and that's why I think back to what you said in the previous episode about how like, child, they trying to be close to proximity or something, because
Mhm.
I think that's what Clarke is doing. Because I'm like, Clarke, these not your friends, and you don't
Yeah,
like these
no.
people for
And
real.
Clarke don't like it. That's what I'm saying. Clarke ain't with the shit. That's why
She want, well,
that's why all they could say was when they did her when they were mimicking
I
her, she was
know.
like, "Hey, my boyfriend is here," because that's all she's saying.
Yeah, I was like,
That's
"Who
all
that? Who
she's
is this
saying.
generic person?" And I'm like, "Oh,
Right.
oh, okay,
Clarke.
okay."
Clarke ain't got much to say, okay?
Mm,
Yeah, Clarke like, man, F all it is. She
y-
said, I'm ready to be in Oklahoma.
yeah, and let's transition into Clarke
Wait,
and
before we do that though, I did
okay,
want to bring up because literally as I was watching this, a post came down my thing about Hannah saying allegedly that she was manic during filming. And then I went to go search. I was like, where the post at? Where the original post? And I see the post. She was in there talking about some new show coming out. I was manic while filming. And I was like, okay.
so like she's bipolar is what the
Usually when
insinuation
people
is.
say that they're manic, that's what that means. I don't know what exactly she was saying. Some people just be like, I'm manic because they be all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
Probably. I need to see a little confirmed, diagnosis. Okay.
I do too. But I do not like, I was just going to say, I do not like when people, and I'm not saying that, she may or may not have a diagnosis. But what I am saying is if it was one of those like, I'm just trying to say something just to say it type of
Mm.
vibes, it's like, that's not cute. That don't excuse the
Y-
behavior.
Yeah, and
That don't excuse the behavior.
that's one of the things that was bothering me about both of them. But especially her. She was just excusifying everything, and then she was just like, I just don't feel, I don't feel, I don't. It's like the tears, the crying,
Yeah.
the all of that coming out. And it's like, just take accountability, girl. Use it
Yeah.
as a growth opportunity that you might not be coming off the nicest. Take that as information instead of an attack. because it's not an attack. The ladies didn't even say it. I feel like it was
they didn't say it meanly. They said it very nicely. And they kind of just put it on them and said, this is just how I'm feeling about it.
Yeah. Even Coco was nice. And I expected I was like, Coco, this is where the pit bull need to come out, okay? I unleash, because that girl knows she got it in her. And when they said in this episode that she was raised by a single father, I was like, oh, this shit makes sense now. Okay? It makes sense.
In LA, in Compton, baby.
Yes, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense.
It did. I was like, well, that just wrapped it up in a pretty package. Show play.
Because I'm like, it's not the finesse, the nurturing, it's that.
Yeah.
If she told me she was from New York, I would believe it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you say Compton?
Yeah. I think that's what she said she was from, either Compton or Watts, but I mean those they border each other. But yeah, I definitely.
All I know about Watts is them riots. So look, okay.
But either way, I was like, okay, that wraps it up in a pretty package for me. I get it all now. I get it all, and Chris, he was probably intimidating. We'll get to them in a second.
Yeah, we will.
But yes, back to Hannah and her making her mental health an excuse for how she's treating people. It's like, if anything, that's the time you need to be the kindest.
Yeah.
That's the time you need to be the kindest. Yeah. Or at the very least, tell people that you're not okay, because the energy that you get when you tell people that you are not okay and you are honest is so rewarding.
Yeah.
People then have the opportunity to show up for you in the way that you need. And now we could put this other stuff to the side because something bigger and deeper is going on.
Absolutely.
But when you treat people how you want to, you be a what is it called, road runner through people, and you just stirring up all your shit, and then you say, I'm exhausted, I'm over it. It's not fair. It's not fair. It lacks a whole bunch of accountability. It makes it seem like whatever you got going on is superior to how anybody else is feeling. And now everybody just needs to give you a ton of grace. And when Andrina was like, I don't want to talk too much about it because she's not here, but I was feeling the same thing, and I have given her a lot of grace. It's like, yeah, somebody needs to get checked around here. Y'all got Andrina speaking up. And we just saw Andrina. Andrina was quiet all through Love Island Games. Okay?
Yeah. It's, to me, when it's after the fact, it makes me question if it's real, because, like, to your point about, like, speaking up in the beginning, it's like when you're out here, like, and being the life of the party, it's not given that you're overwhelmed. It's not giving that you're dealing with a lot. Now, I'm not trying to say that people don't.
You calling men pussies. You telling people to go away.
It's just you got energy for that.
Isolated.
Yeah. Like, it's like you have energy for these things. You're just not being intentional with your energy. Like, don't sit here and act like, and look, it's like I said, it's not that they gotta all be besties, but it's like, if the girls, what Coco seems to be her main point is that, like, you not speaking to people. You know what I'm saying? You walking in the room, that's rude, So it is what it is with them. But I did want to say one thing about Iris and Bella's conversation when the gaslighting, like, again, like, this girl was gaslighting her the whole time. But when she was talking about, like, that's adult friendships, I was like, bitch, like, not the gaslighting. This is adult friendships.
But you and Hannah are going around hanging out every single day, having an adult friendship. Like, girl, the proof is in the pudding. Right. And I would have so much more respect for it if she was just like, you know what, I'm sorry, like, I've been focusing more of my energy on these other projects that I'm doing, and I haven't been available for you. We weren't in the villa together, and so it has not been a priority for me to make you a priority in any sense of the word. And so I apologize about that, and we just haven't got on a footing to get to know each other in a way that makes me want to extend invites and share my time with you. Just say that and keep it pushing.
Yeah, and then also, I would have had respect for her if she did not bring this shit to Bella in the first place. Like, if like, you not her friend, and that's why like I said,
giving out expectations that you aren't maintaining.
I give Bella an A+ for that conversation, because, like, she did it her way, but she was very clear. Like, you are expecting loyalty, bitch, you gotta be a friend to have a friend, okay? So don't sit here and talk about what I'm not doing or what I didn't do or what loyalty I didn't. It's like, girl, you're not my friend, and that's very clear. And so don't gaslight me to act like we are friends. Like, stop it. Iris and Hannah, they a trip. They be on one. I just can't with them.
Yeah, child. But yeah, hopefully this has been a learning lesson for them. And they've been able to reflect, hopefully.
I don't even think so. Delusional people, especially not the Iris girl. Delusional people really they no, I'm serious. Like, that's one of the things I've learned in my life in the past couple years. There are some people that are delusional, and the delusional people, they really believe what they feel. Like, Iris thinks she's right. And you not changing that. Bella not changing that. The world not changing that. TJ over there swooping her up, making her feel like, you're right, babe. She gonna think she right. Hannah over there, yes, ma'am. She thinks she right, and that's just the end of the story. Bella, she ain't self-reflecting, changing shit.
It is a possibility that she is not self-reflecting, but
yeah, it's a strong possibility.
We'll
yeah, I would be. Knock me over with a feather if she is. But anywho.
I will also say I did not like how Jeremiah chimed in, as if he don't see what the hell going on. Like, come on now, Jeremiah.
That's all he is, and I mean that disrespectfully. Okay,
Jeremiah, he disappointed me with this one because I'm like, you calling it a whole bunch of girl shit, but operating in the girl shit.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
It really ain't too much to say, but I was just like, dang on, Jeremiah. Like, you. And speaking of Jeremiah, that thing with Andrina, like, boy, stop acting like you're not over here sending the mixed signals and initiating. He was doing too much.
Yeah,
he was doing too much, and then trying to rush her through that conversation.
Yeah, because he didn't want to be embarrassed.
That screen and say, "Get up, girl, walk away."
Yeah, this is my theory on Jeremiah, especially with that Andrina situation. I feel like Jeremiah is like something. I don't want to say low confidence, but there's something he ain't got. You know, people be like I got that dog in me or whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Okay,
no, Jeremiah don't have no dog in him.
Yeah, it's like that's why
he okay with arguing with women. Okay?
Yeah, he doesn't have that, and like I think that Andrina has a level of like passiveness, because that's even how she in the situation in the first place. She not having boundaries. She like, he keeps doing it. Like, bitch, be like, no. Like Amaya, like, my hair. You see this long hair I got? It's flipped back. That's how far back you need to be. Amaya got boundaries. You know what I'm saying? You know, they may be all over the place and they decide to come out when they want to, but she got boundaries. Andrina ass don't got it because she's very passive, right? And I think, back to my theory on Jeremiah, I think that lack of dog in him, like, it makes him feel like he got like a little, like some like little something when he around a woman who's more passive like Andrina, and so he just kind of doing what he want to do with her. You know what I'm saying? Because he know that shit ain't nothing he would have tried with somebody else. Like, he ain't gonna try that shit with Coco. You know what I'm saying? Because he know Coco will back him the fuck up, but he'll try it with Andrina because Andrina will let him do what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? Until she didn't. And so that's my theory on him, is that I think that they get a little bit more emboldened by women who are passive, men like him.
Yeah.
Because they can't do that with other men or other women who got a little backbone.
Yeah. Low notes. Where do we want to go next?
Let's go to Clarke and Taylor. I was glad that he came.
I was too. Somebody was in the comments like, as a preview, I'm like, I get it, but also that first week, I'm sorry, at least a day or two is skippable for a weekend trip. In my opinion. I know people in medical school, vet school. I know plenty of schools, and every school I done seen, it's school being missed. So they'll be all right.
And right. It lets you know how she really felt about it after she did that little confession. She's like, after me cleaning up taking taking care of him, I'm glad to see that he done showed up for me. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, she ran down the list.
Exactly.
It's like, and tell us how you really feel.
Taylor knew he needed to be there.
Yeah, and it's also, it's like that. It's like, that's because that was my main thing with this, is like, this don't look good for me. My view on Taylor not showing up. I'm like, your girl is throwing this. Like, what
No
kind of
reciprocity.
nonchalant is this?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. But
I agree. But I was happy to see him there. I thought it was cute that he, you know, wanted to surprise her. He showed up the way that he did. She seemed very happy.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I like this. Don't take away the fact that you always trying to take some shit away and keep some notches in your belt, talking about you taking away horses and Chanel bags.
Yeah.
But I appreciated him. I appreciated that he showed up.
One thing I don't understand about Clarke, though, is that Clarke has just been in so many different storylines, right? And they did this whole thing, following her, figure out what she wanted to do, da-da-da-da. And it's like, she was LA, New York, all this other stuff. And it's like, she just gonna stay in Charlotte? Like, she not?
Yeah, look. I said, she don't know
like,
what
girl,
she
you
want
wasting
to
my
do.
time and yours. Stop.
Right. That's how I felt. I said, she don't know what she want to do. She got to figure that out. And I do think it might be a little bit intimidating being with somebody who has a very clear path.
Child.
Personally, I think so.
Look,
I think it can make you feel like you got to make a decision quickly.
Yeah, maybe. But I guess she's saying she wants to just go back to, what's this, life coach? I'm like, Taylor. Oh, not Taylor. Clarke.
She said she wanted to go back to what her endeavors were before.
She said life coaching.
Yeah, and she said I think she said she got an associate's in psychology. And she wants to continue to study psychology.
Life coaching?
So
I'm not trying to play the girl. But life coaching, this girl don't even understand what she want to do. Like, I just need to see clearly, like, what aspects of life coaching she's about to get into. Because, like, I cannot imagine. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I got to see her content because she said she.
Yeah, I felt like the little montage it was doing at the end where, you know, she's talking to Amaya and saying, like, I'm so proud of you, X, Y, and Z. I felt like they were trying to give her this is her lane. She's good with, you know, helping people make decisions. And she's level-headed. I don't know. That's what I felt like they were trying to give her with that. But
I mean, she's very calm. I will give her that. And one of the things I noticed about her throughout all these storylines is that she just does what she feels needs to be done, I feel like. Because I don't think she loves Iris and Hannah any more than the next person. Personally, she's not super involved. She's just around, right? But I think she recognized that, like you said before, proximity to them is more, you know, eyes on me, more notoriety, more possible brand deals, all these different things. Because she did a commercial with Hannah. I don't know if that came on your screen, but it came on my screen. Oh, it might not come on your screen because you pay for the not commercials.
Yeah, girl, I thought you was using my subscription. You got a whole profile on my page.
Not admitted to crimes on the air. Oh. But no, I have my own. I don't know why I got my own. I don't even know. I think it's free through my family. I don't know. But that one has subscriptions. I mean, that one has commercials. And they had a Corona commercial together. And it was like they were sitting down talking about tea and they would bleep out anytime they said something that was like, you really want to know. Like Hannah was like, oh, this celebrity slid into my DM. And then she was like, boom. And they bleeped it out and stuff like that. But it was a Corona commercial. They were sitting there sipping drinks and it was Clarke and Hannah. And I was like, I can see that this is paying off for her, even if she's just like a tag-alonger of their duo friendship, you know what I'm saying? Iris and Hannah. I can see. So I say a lot to say that she doesn't get emotionally riled up about all these things that are happening, it seems like. She seems to stay level-headed. But I think that I just don't see life coaching. Like, life coaching is a very active thing. Like, it's different from therapy. Like, I could maybe see her more as a therapist, you know, once I guess she get licensed. We don't need to be a Cheyenne out here. But
definitely get licensed if you want to be a therapist, honey. But don't. I ain't
go ahead. But I like Cheyenne though. I have to actually dig into what's happening and all this stuff. I like Dr. Bryant.
She said the same things over and over again, child. Cleave. You need to cleave. That's all she's saying. That's all she's saying.
But yeah, I could see her more as a therapist than a life coach because a therapist requires active listening. Like, it'd be like 30 minutes into my therapy sessions before my therapist say a word. Okay. So it requires active listening. So I feel like
so weak.
I feel like you a therapist. I mean, these people don't be talking to you.
Yeah, I have clients who will talk, but I stop them. I'm like,
Oh,
you do realize, absolutely, you do realize we started at 9 and it's now 9:23 and you're still talking. Just wanted to point that out.
What that mean, girl? Because girl, this lady let me talk. She let me talk.
You know, I let them talk sometimes, but if you keep coming and talking and talking and talking, you don't. Just not a vent. I'm not a I will let you vent sometimes, but I'm not a my personal therapy style.
I be telling her
not
what's going
on. A vent style.
That's what I do. I be
telling
her
you
the story.
Catching me up, and it's a story, and we going on and on. But I'd be like, all right, now we ain't got time to process too much because
interesting.
Or I might stop you and ask some follow up questions or like process a part of it. But yeah, I'm not. That's just not my style. I'm not a venting.
I got you. But yeah, it don't be venting. It really just is telling a story. You know, I talk. I tell you sometimes. But anywho, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it requires listening. It requires active listening. It requires patience, all that good stuff. So therapy, maybe that could be her lane. Life coaching, though,
she might be good at either
very
one.
Active. Like, life coaches are very active. They're giving advice. They're coaching you.
Yeah, I think Clarke understands also too that she is very aware that she's on camera. I don't think we have really seen the real Clarke per se. I don't think
I can see that.
I don't think we've seen like the gamut of her personality. I think she keeps it very cutesy, very demure, very very slight.
Yeah,
because that's how she carries herself.
That speaks to like what I was just saying before about how she I don't want to say calculated in a sense of like cold or like manipulative. Like she's just calculated in the sense, I think, of knowing what to say, when to say, what not to do, what not. She's just watching how she moves.
Yes, because even smart, like you brought up her bringing up all the things she did for Taylor. She didn't say it before.
Yeah, I know, right?
She didn't say it before. You know what I'm saying? She knows what she doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she didn't want to look like bad. She didn't want to make him look bad. But then that's when the real feelings came out after he showed up. Like, yes, I did. That's. So it is what it is. But
yeah, I can see her doing it. You got. I mean, anybody could do. Let me not say anybody, but if you willing to go through the training and do what needs to be done, and you get to the end of it, and you're like, this is what I want to do. You can do it.
I feel like I need both my life coaches and my therapist to have a little wisdom on them. That's how I like them. But maybe that's just me.
I mean, she'll get that more so with time and with experience with more people.
But I guess I'm saying like, look, maybe
she's so young. She's young.
I guess I'm being a hater. Don't count her. I guess I'm being a hater. I just don't see it for the girl. I just didn't see it. I just don't see it.
Yeah. Now it does sound like she need a little bit more direction on how to get to the end. It don't seem like she understands, girl. If you want to get into this, you need to go ahead and step in because this is a 10-year training career if you want to become a psychologist. Now, life coach, you go to a little boot camp weekend thing, and now all of a sudden you're a certified life coach. Different conversation. But if you want to be a psychologist. She got work to do.
Anywho, I ain't trying to block the girl shine. Wish her much success. Hopefully her clients are reaping the most benefits. Who else we got? Chris and Coco.
Yeah. I think Chris was intimidated. Chris said, "Oh, she come with a lot of expectations. She's strong." Coco got that dog in her, and I can't deal with it. I think he'd rather deal with a hurricane Huda than I
don't think he want to deal with none of it. Like, to be honest, I think Coco is a little. I think again. So there's two sides to this, and there's multiple elements I feel like that are going on. I feel like on Chris's side, I think he is young and he is ignorant. I think he's ignorant. And I have brothers, and I have brothers and cousins, male cousins, all younger than me. And some of them are more ready and more understanding of what it is, the task that it takes. And some of them are not. And they're good men, all of them, but they're just not aware. They're just not aware of like, oh, I gotta do this, this, and that. Oh, I gotta do that. Oh, this means something. Like, I think that's where he is. And I also think that Coco is she a little bit much. She a little bit much. Like we said, that being raised by her dad.
Yeah, buttoness. Where are my shoes?
Yeah, yeah. She a little
Where's
bit
your
much.
gloves?
and, and Chris has he want peace and quiet, and he wants non-confrontational. That's what he said.
Yeah,
Something like
when he said he don't
non-confrontation.
want confrontation, I said,
Yeah,
baby, that's not happening.
and I think
That
that's
is not
his
happening.
passive ass. It's like he attracting what he doesn't want because he's not addressing that you do need to confront some shit. Like you need to have some boundaries, and maybe if you had a few more boundaries with her and a few more like a little bit more clarity and a little more structure, you would not have encountered the things that you were encountering. So like if you bring up, oh, when you sitting here with your shoes and you yelling, I don't like that. That's not my
Yeah.
vibe. And then maybe y'all could open the door for a conversation. She say, well, I feel like this is how I'd like to be treated. Then y'all can get to this point sooner, and you can find out either it's for you or it's not for you, or maybe she adjusts because she's like, okay, you thinking my little Courtney is a little bit much. I will,
Yeah.
try to
Although she
adjust
kept
it.
saying, I need somebody who's attentive, and he said, I need somebody who's not looking for princess treatment.
Mhm.
I'm confused on what the problem is, you know. Uh, like on her end, what does she mean by attentive that's making him feel like it's princess treatment for you to your comparison to be, I need a woman in a career who knows what she wants, got it together, X, Y, and Z, but also I don't want no confrontation. I don't want no conflict. I'm
I
confused. I'm
Yeah,
confused.
I
I'm
think
like, I
that
don't know what
like
any of all of that means.
Coco wanted everything so quick and so early. That's what it's given, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with his ignorance is what I will call it as to like what a woman needs or what a woman who's particular may need, right? I think that it was being misinterpreted as maybe lack of interest or lack of seriousness or whatever. But I think he's just a little immature. That's it. He just needs to
Yeah, I think they
grow
both
up a
might
little
be a
bit
little
and
immature.
huh?
I think they both might be a little immature.
Yeah, no, I could see that. But from his standpoint specifically, just more like him not understanding the things that I think some of the things that she was asking about were kind of
Yeah, the only one that I really got from
customary.
her was like, you get catcalled, he in front of you, you behind. But like a button, a shoe thing,
I guess she didn't like when he
a
gave her the
this, a
ski
that.
thing.
Yeah. It's like it almost feel like she's reading into things and taking it
Mhm,
as like oh, he's not this or he's not that. And it probably
mhm.
was just I just don't like him. And they just,
Yeah, maybe
but that's why I was like, it's confusing because it's like the things that you're bringing up. I don't know if these are like
big things.
attention to detail things to say
Mhm,
like, oh, he's not attentive.
mhm.
Um, you know,
Yeah, she just yeah,
and then for
she
him to call it like princess treatment, I'm like, is that actually princess treatment? I think they both lack clarity. I think they both, I mean, they're young. Again, all these people are young. And so
I mean,
you
he's
learn,
27. I mean, he's young. That is
yeah,
young, but
27
like
ain't that young. You're right.
he's
You're
almost
knocking on
30.
30's door, my boy. And I'm sure he's had quite a few relationships.
Well, I think that's the
So,
thing she was saying that he didn't. He didn't have a
oh,
relationship.
he
Well,
didn't.
who he needs
Oh,
to be with is Andrina. What the hell? Him and Andrina probably would do
oh
well
yeah.
together.
Passive. She's quiet.
Yes.
She's very docile
Pleasant. She
and
ain't gonna
meek
bring
and
no
like
problems to your door. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? And she's beautiful. Like I feel like
yeah,
the two of them. What's that? She over there dealing with Jeremiah, but
yeah.
leave that man
Child, once they
alone.
done dealt with everybody, the waters get murky.
Right. I know.
Coco, the only free agent for real in the group.
Yeah, but he needs to look. He
Yeah, he
stay
does have
finding
some
him a
growing to do in
woman
multiple areas.
that's
He a
yeah.
little like the clothes, they show the age. like developmentally where the age is at.
Yeah.
And also too, I can recognize, him being in professional sports
Yeah.
probably took him away from a lot of like socializing and being able to do things that other people who aren't so focused on this one goal. I think that can be developmentally stunting in in other areas, like socially, interpersonally, things like that, romantically.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because you're so focused, right? Like if he's playing professional ball overseas, he been doing this at least probably since middle school. And to be so focused and driven on that, you don't really got time to go through the teenage woes. And he didn't have time to wear Echo and Baby Fat, like at that time. He's doing it now. So yeah. And then we had the whole little Amaya Bryant thing. TJ kind of stepped in with that love. I'm like, yeah, keep rolling these tapes back, because Mamacita, you did kiss him you did the little French, whatever y'all called it. And so yeah, it's giving mixed signals. If all of a sudden it's a boundary, like you said, Amaya, she do bring out the boundaries when she ready, and she could have just said, yeah, I did do this, but now it's not something I'm comfortable with, because you have the right to change your mind. Absolutely. You can say, I was coming in, I might have had a little bit of nervous energy, didn't know what to expect, and so the moment just happened. But as of now, I would like it to just keep it as a hello, and we're on opposite sides of the room. She's more than welcome. Nothing she's feeling, I think, is invalid. I just think, girl, you got to have some accountability. Clearly she forgot. Hopefully now that she's seen the tape back and why he was a little bit like, okay, and then you call him out at the dinner table. I was kind of with him on that side. Like, you made the situation awkward for me by saying you don't fuck with me. After I thought we were cordial.
I think I said on the last episode how I feel about them in this situation. But yeah, rolling the tape was interesting. But I'm not sure if I would say I like Amaya. I do think she's authentic, but I definitely don't like Brian. Because I feel like I'm coming with a cultural expression, and I was one who
Now that part I was kind of like, all right, now you don't need to bring nothing back up.
I know,
this is not your chance.
From the villa.
Yeah, this ain't your chance to get your cultural one up and to get some understanding. Right. Just say you thought it was cool, and now you see that it's not, and it's over with, because
all that extra explanation was just a lot. And him going back to the villa, acting like I was the one who was defending you. It's like, yeah, you one who broke her heart. So like,
correct,
what are we doing?
Correct. You defended me just to get this check.
I know. And to get this ass, like, what the hell?
Right, correct.
Here, talk about like it's like Iris or her icing a one text, like the one thing you did. How about these other things, people?
And that's so crazy, because like these men,
this damn show.
Yeah, these men, Chris, Brian, y'all over here acting like y'all so afraid of a woman's reaction, baby. It's so cowardly. It's so cowardly. Like, because just sit back and think. Take a moment in that silence and think about how your actions have created this reaction. She was not coming to you with this energy when y'all first got together. The whole, I might get Courtney, I might get, like, it's like,
I mean,
lead
on
the
space.
I
don't know, though. I don't know.
I get it, but I'm just saying in general, because men like to do that. They like to be like, she a firecracker, she's snappy, but it's like, you lead the atmosphere as a man. And so what you want to get out of your woman, think back to them actions, and maybe we'll see exactly what you finna get.
Yeah, no.
In general. I can't give a little bit of a pass with Coco and Courtney, because there's probably some truth to it based on what we have seen. But at least the Brian and Amaya situation, it's like, you can't be afraid of her now. You wasn't afraid of her when you was dogging her out. So you can miss me with that one.
Yeah.
Anything else on these episodes?
Austin and Grayson was there. Austin, of course, always.
Austin got his girlfriend now. He said he wasn't feeling good. I'm sorry. I just gotta go back to what he said in that podcast about using allegedly at this time. And so I was just like, ooh, was he going through some withdrawals or
Mm.
whatever during the trip. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because he definitely, when he was like, I'm going to bed, or he was like,
Yeah.
I'm going home. I'm not staying, I'm
Yeah.
not going out with you guys. But those guys, Brian and Chris, stayed with him too, but it was given very like deuces. But the one thing I will say about all these episodes, and especially this one, I was just like, it's giving very orchestrated drama, because it's like, why Coco
Yes.
and Chris at the end of this table, like two all far apart? You want mac and cheese balls? Like, why? Like, what's her name? Clarke.
Iris and
No, I
what
was
you
say
call
Clarke.
it?
Why Clarke sitting here being like, it's awkward, so let's have another awkward moment at the table. It's like, why we bring it's like orchestrated awkward conversations around the table. It's like these trips, when it was like, oh, what's the last one? The Christmas trip or the new whatever they did. It ain't go too well, so we want to try it again. Like, bitch, that was information.
Yeah.
That was information.
Yeah.
So it's given
Correct.
orchestrated, like, y'all gotta do it for the show. It's given all of this just given orchestrated. And so it's a little like difficult to kind of like give your life and give your energy to this. But y'all got it out of us, okay?
Yeah,
you said you wanted it and we did it.
Will we be back next season? Probably.
This is so funny. But it was better than last season, I would say.
Yeah, because there was drama last season. Yeah, because it was drama.
Yeah. Now nothing gonna be like Love
Island. And
I
think I did like that they like were constantly in the different areas. So it was feeling a little bit more like, oh, okay, we're seeing their life a little bit more versus everyone's kind of like forced to just be in this one spot. Yeah.
Yes, and that's one of the things I've been meaning to say. I'm glad you said it. I've been meaning to say that all season, is that I liked that they went to different cities, because it felt more natural and it didn't feel like, okay, they're urban, all of them, like Janae and them last season, everybody just getting a house out there, an apartment. They live in whole ass other cities, So I like the moving around. And that's how I noticed that Clarke was in everything. I was like, Clarke in New York, Clarke in LA, Clarke with Oklahoma, Clarke in everything, because they moving around cities, and so she making sure she go. That's why I thought she's trying to get her brand deals and get her screen time up, not to just go back to what she was doing before.
Right.
I'm confused.
Yeah, hopefully she figure it out, child. We gonna see. Rooting for her.
Coach. I ain't got time.
Yeah, career coach. But yes, that is it for this season of Love Island Beyond the Villa. Of course, we will be covering Love Island season 8, so that'll be coming up. We're going to be doing a meet the cast in a couple of days, so make sure you stay tuned for that, and a couple of extra pre-season things will be happening. So check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, and TikTok at Black Girls Talking TV.
And we are literally only like less than a month away from Love Island. So like,
less than a month, baby. You gotta gear up to be here every night with y'all. I'm excited though. It is fun. It's fun. It's a good time. Our schedule will be a little wonky, just a little bit, just because life is happening, and so we're not gonna stop life for Love Island. But it will still be a Love Island summer over here at Black Girls Talking TV. Yes.
All right.
All right, y'all.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.